Well, hello and thanks for tuning in. Today's episode is on repairing this aluminum wheel. Now, we've had this for years. This is actually a specialized wheel it's called Fat Lip from Alan Budnick. And the problem is, years ago, before we owned our own tire machine, and this is the Fat Lip. You can see that opposed to the traditional lip is right here. Problem is, the kid they had when we bought new tires back in the day didn't know what he was doing. Obviously had an old school machine without the nylon. You never grip with metal against here. And by the way, this is your relief. For most of you that don't know, your relief is always top side. So when you're putting your tire on, just so you know, you will grip here. This will be upside down. This will be to the bottom. This will be facing up down here. And this is for the relief. So as you're putting your tire on, your tire has something to sweep into for a relief. And that way you can get your tire on the bead. So in any case, we're going to get started. You're watching American Garage TV. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment if you would. Greatly appreciate that. So without further ado, let's get into repairing this wheel. So what we ended up doing, since he bit in two places over here, we ended up TIG welding and adding metal to build this back up. And actually this particular Fat Lip, these hoops they're called hoops. They're bought. They're manufactured from, I'm sure, a few places. They're purchased by the wheel manufacturers, and the wheel manufacturers grind the centerpiece. They inset that. And in this case, I'm not quite sure, because you could see this is not a two-piece wheel. It's actually a one-piece. But their profile is different. So instead of going through this whole trouble, I could have bought a whole new wheel. The problem is the profile is different. It would unmatch to the rest of the wheels. So that wasn't an option. So we're going to get started. What we're going to do is start grinding this area down, or these areas, and then we'll start go into a sequence of different grits on scuff pads. These guys, these were from overseas. This will go to your grinder. It's like a 3.5, 4-inch disc, and at that high rate of speed, we'll start to get into polishing these areas here. So without further ado, we're going to get started on grinding. Okay, before we get started, you're going to make sure you have all your different grit and buffing compound, or actually grinding compounds. Got our Ziz wheel. We have different files: brass, medium, fine. And above all, safety glasses. Protect your eyes. So we're going to start with this. Got a 3 and a 2-inch. Don't be aggressive with this. All you're going to do is break this down and then go to a file and again, and then know when to stop. We'll get into then we'll incorporate our Scotch-Rite pads, and then from there we'll get into buffing. Basically, there's going to be a couple stages or so until we get to our final finish. I said, just take it easy. Now, sometimes you might end up with a B-hole. We did fairly well, and if that happens, just go back to the TIG and strike it again. We're getting there. All you're doing is building up your loss, and then just basically filling, and then buffing it back out. We're starting to get down there. Now, unfortunately, got it on the inside too, so we'll just flip that around. So you get the basic idea. You can see how that is starting to smooth down. So I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to hit this side over here, and then we'll catch up with you when we start on the next phase. All right, you can see how this is coming along. There. Don't forget, this is where we started. Kind of lost my place. That's a good thing. All right, so we started, actually I forgot I own these. These are our little 3M 3-inch sander. We've got 80, 180, all the way up to 600 grit. Now when we start getting 400 and above, we're going to start wetting that and using just a dab of detergent. And also we're using our 3M Scotch-Brite pads, and the gray is actually going to be finished, and then we'll start getting in the polishing phase. So yeah, it's coming out. Just got a little bit more here, and if you look in the light, you're going to see where you need to be. Hey, if you own a lathe and you can put this on here, by all means, and get that profile exactly where you need it to be, by all means, go for it. I think that's going to be a little tricky, but at least you'll get the outside and have like a lead line. But just take your time, trust your eyes, little baby steps, and just work it down. When this gets buffed out, it's going to look like it never happened. Looks like Mr. Delivery Person is here. All right. Steve-O!
What's up?
Steve's with AutoZone. He's been here for ages. He's married to the company, aren't you, buddy?
No.
Let's go get you paid. Anyway, I'm gonna get him some money, hand this off to Bill, and we'll hook up with you in just a bit. Now we've got it where we want it. Just a tiny section here and right here where we need to basically bring that down flush. We're gonna start the initial polishing, okay? So we're going to take care of this, and like I said, start the initial polishing, and then we'll get into the final polishing and ultimately the finished look. Hey, welcome back. Now we're down to our 3M. We like 3M. That was the 400. Now I'm going to finish off with a 600. Just dab it into our soapy water. Like I said, just a small little dab of soap. And the more you sand this down to a finer material, the easier and faster it's going to be in your polishing stage. And by the way, anytime you're using a pneumatic tool, put a little dab of oil down, just a couple of drops every time you use it, just to keep the seals and stuff in the mechanism. And especially don't overdo it if you're doing buffing. You don't want oil and polishing don't mix. Let's see where we're at. Oh yeah. I think we're going to take it down to 1,000, and we're going to start buffing this thing out. So don't you go away. All right, we're all set up. We're 1,000, and just in case anybody of you are interested, because we're sanding down this contour, it's not a flat surface. Incorporated this little 3-inch pad. Just in case you're interested, it's a 3M 05771. basically, we are sanding out our scratches. And that's why, just like wet sanding, you want that water and a little bit of dish soap in there. And I can see how nice and contoured this is. Now, I'm sure, I mean, to the human eye, sure it's not 100%, but it's a hell of a lot better than before. And just got to work that inside, and then we'll start getting into polishing. But that's coming out real smooth. I think we're going to take that up to about a 15, maybe a 2, and then we'll start buffing this thing out. It's nice. Oh yeah, right there. Right there. Yeah, you can feel it. And that's a hard spot to get into, so it is what it is. Let's go back to our 180 without the pad. No, that's an 80. Ah, there we go. Dip that in our water. Yep, right there. Falling off. That's much better. Yep. All right. That one's seen its better days. And then we go to, here we go. This is a 220. Work it all the way up to 1,000 or so. Now this is the back side. This isn't going to get polished. The tire bead will be right up against it. In fact, I think that's good enough right there, pretty much. Yep. Oh, it's beautiful. All right. All right. I'm going to go get a 15 and a 2. We'll be right back. Oh yeah, that's smooth as a baby's behind. All right. Oh yeah, I don't think I need to go any more than that. I mean, I can go up to 8,000 if I wanted to. Take a look at that. Now, nice and smooth. Close your eyes and feel, and it's nice and symmetrical. And again, a heck of a lot better than before we, you know, as it was. Be sure and wipe in between when you're sanding. So, up. Another phone call. We're gonna get geared up. Hang on. Okay, so we have. Oh, it's so nice. I can't tell you how nice it is to have the right tools. Now, you're probably going to be wanting to wear an apron at this point, but I don't know what my tech did with it. So we've got a light, we're using Chemical Guys light metal polish. And what we're going to do is we've got this on our application. Now this technically, I guess, goes to a little 4-inch grinder. Work that in the pad, and let's get started. Oh yeah. Hey look, it's black chrome. All right, we're just getting started. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look, would you just look at that? Now, from this to that. I mean, wow. Well, while we're working on this, we're going to go ahead and polish this whole thing out. We're actually going to clean it. at this point, go ahead and clean it, and go ahead and buff this outer edge out. But I got to take care of this guy over here. But I just wanted to show and let you see. Now from here you can go into the Mothers. Who else makes it? I forgot. We own a couple of them. And those are wheel buffers. In fact, you know what? Hold that thought. Where are you? Around here somewhere. Got so much stuff. All right. This is the guy. This is what people use to detail. And I'll tell you, this is the shiznits. Love the smell. They stopped making it ever since, I think it was 3M that bought out McGuire's. Like I said, I think it was. So I'm sure there's somebody out there that'll correct me on that. But they dropped this, and it's a paste. And if you're lucky to find some, jump on it. Just make sure it's not too much shelf life. But this still goes. I mean, because it's got a lot of petroleum, whatnot in it, so it lasts. But this stuff here, you want an ultimate shine. This is it. Okay. So let's get this out of here. And we're gonna... I love these little pads. These are great. Like I said, I just ordered them. Just hold it firm and glide. Try not to go at a steep angle. You don't want to gouge in. You basically want to just work the surface. Just look at that shine. And that's it. There you have it. That's our finished product. What do you think? From this to this. Actually, from damage to this to this. So, if you've got an old classic wheel that you're really partial to, something like this happens to you, there's hope. And then you can always call one of the Wheel Pro guys, or if you have or set up a jig, you can go ahead and spin this just to ensure that it's not out of alignment, that everything's true and perfect. So, I'm happy. Hope you are too. Anyways, I'm Jim Speed Shop, and again, you're watching American Garage TV. Greatly thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment and share. All that stuff. We'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.